I think it's time I do that thing where I sit down and, like, talk to you guys about what's been happening and why so many things have changed, why the content has been so slow, and why I'm feeling the way I am. I don't know. So this is part of also the thing that I'm trying to do in terms of crafting a narrative for myself is making these vlogs that are maybe a little bit more personal or maybe wouldn't normally be made, if not for my desire to craft that narrative, but at the same time it's important that I parse through these thoughts and I understand where I'm coming from, because a lot of the time I don't even understand that. Honestly, let me put this here. Honestly, it's a process, and it's a long process, and it's one that I am frustrated with constantly having to repeat. I'm not somebody who does well with starting something and, like, I don't want to say finishing it, but, like, whenever something starts to become drudgery, whenever something starts to become frustrating, I admit that I'm not the most strong-willed person out there, even if it is something about which I'm incredibly passionate. And that's kind of been the case with this channel, where I've been trying to find opportunities to grow it, trying to find opportunities to create content for it. But there have just been some setbacks that have been so frustrating that it's been almost impossible for me to reconcile all that. I don't know, it's not easy whenever your main motivating factor is the creation of content, and you are struggling to find content to create that is diverse. I want to be able to, one thing that I've been thinking about a lot these last couple of days is, people are inspired by things, right? You have different things that, you think back to and you're like, yeah, that informs what kind of creator I am. Well, honestly, I've got enough of that. I've got a bunch of things that inspire me. I've got a bunch of things that I look up to and that I want to try to put into my own work. But at some point, I feel like a distinction has to be made, and you have to start creating things that are independent just from that inspiration. You have to put yourself into your work, and I'm not sure how that is for me yet. I'm not sure how to do that yet. And it's been constantly going back and forth with that has kept me sort of in this creative divot that I'm in right now, where I haven't put out anything meaningful in a couple of months, where I haven't really done anything that I'm absurdly proud of. I guess that video on Homage, I thought I was pretty proud of, especially with how quickly I put it together after getting the concept for it. But even then, it's one video. That's a drop in the bucket in terms of what I had hoped my content stream would be this summer. I'm halfway, I'm more than halfway into this summer, into this break, and I've put out, I think, 3 videos since break started. That's really disappointing for me. And I have another Ultimate Lifestyle vlog in production. That's working. It's slow, because obviously I'm on vacation. But I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the pace at which this is going. I don't like how this feels. It's very difficult to understand. It's very difficult for me to continue to work under these circumstances. I'm just, where do I go from here? Where do I find that thing that allows me to put my own self into my work and not just be constantly inspired by others? Because I can mimic other content just fine. I can make content in the style of other people like night and day. It's very easy to do that, because once you have enough of a grasp with somebody that you're a fan of, you can just, take your own voice and put your voice into that work. But that's not something that I want to do, because it's too easy. It's a cop-out. It's not my own work, Anyway, that's just kind of where I am. I need to voice these words, to kind of parse through them, because I don't really have anywhere to go to talk about this. Kind of wish I did, but there is not a large community of YouTubers of which I can be a part and speak with and work through these issues, so hopefully we'll get there. See you guys.